welcome back to another No Rucks Given. The All Blacks have named their 36-man squad for the 2025 Rugby Championship. So today we'll unpack who's in, who's missing, and what the squad says about New Zealand's direction under good old Razor. So quick overview, Robertson named 36-man squad plus 6 injury-covered players. It's a blend of seasoned veterans and exciting newcomers. Razor's facing a bit of a generational shift, but also some heavy absences, mainly due to injury or just some rotation. So, who are some of the new faces, new guys on the block, as it were? You got Simon Parker, the only uncapped player in the main squad, dynamic loose forward, and has been playing phenomenal rugby at the Super Rugby level. So great to see him get that call up. And under injury covers, there's Kyle Preston, halfback, Tavita Mafaleo, it's a prop, and Leroy Carter is a utility back. They may feature if needed, obviously, with injuries, but we'll see. And they're players that Razor's going to have to trust going forward, as they are they're going to be the future of New Zealand rugby. So some missing stars and some returning names. So you've got big names like Cameron Roygard, Noah Hotham, Luke Jacobson, Tyrell Lomax, and Caleb Clark. They'll miss the early test due to injuries. I know Roygard's got a foot fracture, so possibly by the time Springbok games roll around, he might be back and ready for action again. But Wallace Titi and Tamate Williams, they're returning from some absence. Peter Lakai and Finlay Christie, they're also regaining spots in the squad. So that's nice to see. There's some rotation, and hopefully these players can put up their hands and say they're going to be part of the squad going forward. So experience or youth. Did Robertson choose wisely? So on one hand, there's experiences. There's Cody Teyer, Artie Severe, Bowden Barrett, Scott Barrett. On the other hand, there's a lot of youth, with Simon Parker, Carl Preston, Leroy Carter, and Tavita Mafaleo. So Razor's trusting his pipeline. It's tough. It's tough coming in as a new coach, especially in a team like the All Blacks, where you are expected to win. So you tend to stick to the players that have played in the jersey before, and won't crumble under the pressure. The problem is you've got to build that squad depth, especially with the World Cup looming in 2 years. So Razor's trusting his pipeline and hoping these rookies and young guns are really going to step up for the All Blacks this season. So, some key players. Specifically looking at round 1 and 2 when they face Argentina. So, Simon Parker, can he dominate the breakdown and provide cover at 8? Kyle Preston, from roofing apprentice to test hopeful, his just immense speed has earned him his spot. So hopefully he gets a good run out. Leroy Carter, absolute electric attack as a utility back. So expect some fireworks from him if he gets a go in the black jersey. Wallace Atiti, returning with energy and some youthful fizz. So let's hope that he's really gonna take this jersey and make it his own. So the squad, what does this mean strategically? You know, bit of a bias towards the under 24 age category, adaptability and some depth. So what Razor seems to be doing is building depth and adaptability. So even across the backline, players like Severis, Will Jordan, Rico Wane, they're really going to offer some versatility in where they can play, and what they can offer the team. And he's hedging against injuries, so hopefully that will re-energize the squad ahead of some much tougher fixtures than a very youthful French B team, as it were, that they played in the first couple of tests in the July series. So injury crisis and selection challenges. You can't ignore the fitness crisis. Regards foot fracture, Hotham's ankle, Clark's re-injury. That key line, halfback and the back three are, they're a bit short-handed there in that squad. And it's hit the timing of Argentina in these next upcoming tests, and then South Africa at home. It's going to make life very, very difficult. And Razor's admitted it's going to give an opportunity to some new players, but it also narrows the options. So going to be a bit easier for some of the other coaches to know what to expect and how they can start prepping already. So Rugby Championship. First up, 2 tests against Argentina. Both in Argentina, the second one in Buenos Aires. These selections are going to be tough. It's going to be draining as well, especially in these kind of conditions when you're playing Argentina there. It's going to really test the depth of what Razor's got. So I expect a bit of rotation between Cortez Ratzinger, Preston, and Christie at halfback. If they start fast in the games, they'll carry some momentum into the bigger rematches against the Bucks, where Eden Park is on the line, and a rejuvenated Wallabies, who I think they're really going to test teams this year. So let's a quick dive into the All Blacks squad. Too much youth, too many injuries. I think Razor's betting on hunger over pedigree, but only time will tell. Let me know your pick. Who in this squad has the most to prove? Drop your thoughts. Like if you like the video. And subscribe for more No Rucks Given and some more breakdowns. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.